Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fun looking puzzle in front of us. This thing is called Bread and Butter by Sujoyku. Now, Sujoyku's puzzle is always quite fun to do, so let's jump in and see what the heck is going on with this thing. So it's normal Sudoku, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got entropic lines and killer cages. Okay, so entropic lines are any three adjacent digits along a peach line, which are, of course, all of these lines that are being shown here. Must contain one low digit, one medium digit, and one high digit. Lows, of course, being 1, 2, 3, medium 4, 5, 6, and high being 7, 8, and 9. So if you were to put one of those three here, one of those three here, and one of those three groups there, and then whatever pattern this forms, that will continue throughout the entirety of this line. And then we have killer cages. So digits in a cage must sum to the clue in the top left corner. So these 2 add to 8, these to 6, these to 10, etc., etc. And that's it. So nothing crazy rule-wise, but there's certainly some things going on here that we need to figure out. So with that said, let's try. Links in the description below. Let's give it a go. All right, so where are we going to start? Do we have any givens? I think the answer is no right off the bat. So we might have to start thinking about coloring this thing, or we might have to start thinking, I think color is going to be the way to go. Let's start organizing these guys in some manner and see what comes of it. And try to use non-determinative coloring and see what's what. So, what do we know about any of this stuff? We've got 2 reds, 2 yellows, and 1 green. So both of these will have a green in them. That means green can't be low, because green is, or low is 1, 2, and 3. You can't put 1, 2, or 3 in the 14 cage. And therefore, the 12 must have a low, because the low is now either red or yellow. We still need one more of them. And again, we just said we can't put them here. So this has to be a 3, 9. Because the 3 is the only low digit that will work in the 12 cage. Now we know we're done with low digits. The question's going to be, is green mid? And these will both be mid. The answer is no. So we're going to have to put a high and a mid on this guy to make him work. Now, if that's the case, we have red and yellow are going to be our low and our mid. Green is going to be high. So let's swap that out for a color that we normally use for high. And again, these have to be a high and a mid. Can't use the 7 because you have to pair it with 7. Can't use the 9 because it's already taken. So this is an 8, 6. Now, we don't currently know which color goes to which other than the orange is high. So let's see if we can use those same tricks in some of these other regions. All right. Well, I think one of these two 11s has to have a high digit in it. Because obviously there's no way you can do a mid and a low. So one of them is high with a low. The other one is then going to have to be 2 mids. Because we're going to be done with our highs, whichever one the 11 we put in there. Let's say it's this one. And then we're going to have a low here. Well, we're not going to put a mid and a low in the other one because, again, you can't get to 11. So that means that I just had it in my head. Where did I mess it up? There will be 2 mids, 1 high. So red is mid. And we put red as orange, and we'll put low as blue. Okay, so now we know what this guy does. And we know one of these is a 6-5. The other one is either a 9-2 or an 8-3. Does that help us? I don't know if it does. At least not currently. Can we do anything with this guy here? And then maybe we'll move down to here and try to do the exact same thing and see how these things correlate. All right, so we have 2 highs. There has to be a high in this 10. We can't put... Oh, no, it doesn't. There could be mid, couldn't there? No, there can't because we've already used 2 mids. Okay, because now we know how these are oriented. There is another high in here to go with a low. So this is going to be high, low. This is going to be mid, low. Can we work out? Not quite. Because the 8, if it's a mid-low, it could be 6-2 or 5-3. The high and low could be 9-1, 8-2, or 7-3. Okay. Guess we don't know which one. Let's go over here then. Let's try doing the same technique and see if we can figure out what is what. What do we use here? I don't even remember anymore. Green, I think it was. And then red. All right, let's do the same process down here. We know there has to at least be one high in this 15. I don't think this is the place to start. Because I can't see quite how to work these. Because we know there's a high here. Well, it could be any of these still. And the 6 could be... Well, the 6 has to be a mid-low. And the high has to be... Or the 15, I said, has to either be a double high, which could work if it was green, or a high mid, where green would end up being mid in that case. But I guess green is never low. Because if it was, we wouldn't have enough lows to fill. So green is not low. Which means either red or yellow are. And now we still can't figure that out because again, you said this could be high, high, which means green would be high, or it could be high, mid, where green would be mid. Okay, let's try some of these other guys then. One of these is going to have to give us something, right? The problem is we don't have some of the extreme nature of digits to work with as we did over there. Unless we want to just start thinking about this, because this can't be 6 or 8. I guess that means this is high. But it doesn't tell us what that one is. Okay, let's try some of these other guys. Again, this could be high, high, or mid, high. Again, oh wait, now we can correlate. Yellow can't be low either. Okay, so we know green isn't low from this. We know yellow can't be low from this, because how would you put 2 more lows into this region? You can't. So red is low. there's that. Now, let's see what else we can do here. That means high and mid are sharing one of those. Okay, let's start thinking, is there something over here or a crossover between these two where we can differentiate between yellow and green is the next question. Let's think about that a little harder. Because we know we have three of our lows in this grouping. Oh, that means this is low, doesn't it? Because we can't put yet low in green, can't put low in 15, can't put low in green or yellow. So we have, no, it's all three of our lows. What am I talking about? I was thinking like German whisper lows for a second there. Our lows are done in this region. So this does not have a low in this position. Means either high or mid. But this one could be low to go with the high. And this would be a low with the mid. Or this could be two lows. No, this can't be two lows, can it? Because that would force this, because we have all three lows, this would have to be a mid and a high. You can't have a mid and a high. Okay, so this is one low, one mid, which means it's a 1-4 pair. This has to be a high and a mid. And if it, no, we just said it can't be that, sorry. It's a low and a high. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Goodness gracious. And it could be any of those groupings at this stage. It still didn't tell us which one is which. And, well, this one can't be the low because we just said we had all the lows there. So this one, we can at least group them together. Now we have all three lows, so this can't be the low. This is the mid. That one's the mid, that's the low. This is the 1, this is the 4. Okay, we got some digits. That's a start. These have to be 2s and 3s. This has to be 7 or 8. All right. Where are we going from here? Maybe there's something over here. We can work this out now. None of those are 4s. This could still be the 4, and this could be a 1-5, I guess. Okay, let's see what else we can do, because I don't think we need to get this guy sorted so that we can start correlating back across the board, I think. So let's see if we can do any more work over here in region 9. Now we said this could be 2 highs or a mid-high. This could be mid-low. Well, it has to be mid-low. No, it could be the high-low. Shoot. This certainly has a 1 on it. Or it doesn't have a 1. I mean, I was looking at a 1 and my brain just decided my mouth was going to say 1. Not what I was trying to say at all. It has a low digit. And I guess that means this has to be the low digit. Because we need to get 3 lows and they can't go in these other places. So that's the low. This is either mid or high. And then these again are either high, high, or mid, high. How do we make this determination now? I know there's something here, I just gotta find it. These are 2, 3, by the way, which means this is either 5 or 6. So this is just a mid then. Okay. Now that means what? Five, six. It means yellow can't be mid. If we look across the line, yellow's high. Yeah, yellow is high, green is mid. Okay. Now we can say this is high, high, which means it is 8, 7. That's a 7, 8, which means this is a 9. You're 7 or 8, which means you're 9. Good. Now we can, like I said, now we have this crossover where we can start working a little bit. You're 9, which means you're 3, 9, which means you are the high, you are the low. Now we have all 3 lows, so you have to be the mid. Good. We need a 2 in one of these, and obviously can't be down here, so that's the 1, which means you're the 1. And this can no longer have a 1, 5, so it's a 2, 4. This is a 1. 6, 8, no. Okay, let's start filling some of this stuff in. 4, 5s, and 6s. This one's obviously not 4, so this is not 4. These are not 4s, obviously. 7, this is 9. This is 7 or 8. This is where the 9 has to go, so this has to be the 6. You have to be 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. You are mid, put it in there, so we have it. You are 3. All right, good. Now we can go back and focus. This has to be a 2 low. This has to be a 1 low. Now this has to have a low. We said it, and it can't be 1 or 2, so it has to be the 3, 7. That means this is 1. What about this 8? It can no longer be the 3, 5, so it has to be the 6, 2. And these are not necessarily correlating across. This has to be the 4, though. This has to be the 5 for the midness. This has to be the 5. This has to be the 4. This is the 7. This is 7 or 8. All right. At some point, these are going to correlate back together. One of these is a 3, 8, and it's going to be you, because we can't have any more mids down here anymore. We said these were the mid, so they are the 5, 6. That gives us 8, 8, thank you, 6. This is a given 7. This is a given 4. And you are a given 8. Perfect. Now, the 7, 8 says 3, 8, 8. You are the low, you are the high. This is 2 and 3. All right, now let's try to dive into the Sudoku-ness of this puzzle. High, mid, we'll finish that, and we'll do our 7s and 8s now too. There we go. We almost have all of this sorted. We just have the 2, 6 and the 3, 7 hanging out. Let's go to Sudoku, see if we can finish this bad boy off. 1s are not helping. We might have to start actually just jumping into these guys or the cages instead of trying to do Sudoku, because we don't have anything cutting across. So let's start thinking about where we have the intersections. 5, 7, and 6. We rule out options here. This can't be a 5. So this is either 2 or 3. So there is a 5 on this thing. So that's our mid, which means we can't have another mid. So that's a 5, 7 pair. This is 6. This is 3. Put you as mid. No, I didn't do that. You and your low. And let's think about, you have to be a low digit. It's either going to be 1 or 2. Let's do the same thing over here. 1, 2, and 4. Can't have two lows, so this has to be one of the lows. So it's either 1 or 2. Can't be 2 because we can't put a 7 here. 1, 8. Your high, your low. This is a 2, 4. This has to be a high, 7, 8, or 9, and it is 9. This is now just a given what? 3? Yeah, and it's low. Good. Now we're starting to build up a little bit of work here. What are you guys? 3, 6, and 8. No, not 6. 3, 8, and 9. This is the 8. These are not. You go big. Okay. And the 3 here will tell us the rest of these two. Good. Okay. You go high as well. Now we can dig into these guys, I think, because we have something cutting across. Let's start over here and let's be systematic. 4, 5, and 6. These are all just mid boys. You're not a 6. These will be 1, 2, and 7. This is, oh wait, the one here, let's do that first. And then we'll cut back over, saying this has to be the 7, 5, 7. You guys are not, so it's the 1, 2. Let's color this stuff while we're going. Okay, high, mid. This is not 5. Okay, let's continue going here. 6 and 2. 3 and 2. 7 and 3. Let's change our color. You are a given of 1. Perfect. Let's get our coloring done here as well. This will be 2 and 1, 4 and 2. We can color these guys. You're not 4 anymore. Let's keep going down the line. What are you guys? 4, 6, and 8. You're the 4. You're the 6. You're the 8. That's going to give us 5, 6, 4. You're both mid, you're high, and let's finish the coloring first. This will be high, this will be mid, this will be high. And they will go as such. 9, 7, 5. There we go. We got there. You solved the puzzle. Solution is correct. Wow, there's no way this has been out there that long. Yeah, this is going to be one of those ones that was posted somewhere else and then put onto Logic Master Germany. 3,000. That's a lot of solves. Fun puzzle, though. Really enjoyed that. It's kind of interesting how we can get into this quite well. Just looking at what we had in our cages and then kind of working through all the options of it. But fun puzzle. Another one of those ones where you who love to color are going to have a great time. I kind of just do it as a continuation. Once we start with coloring, I feel it's not necessary to finish it just by the impulse of I've started, so let's finish. But anyway, fun puzzle as always from Sujoyku. Hope you all enjoyed that one. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.